I think Trump did the right thing, President Trump did the right thing by letting these guys out and pardoning them because they did not get a fair trial. And that's not on him, that's on the DOJ. You run a fair system and run fair trials, that's one thing. If you don't do that, don't be surprised if you don't enforce the presumption of innocence.
Happening right now, people are standing vigil outside of the D.C. jail as President Donald Trump follows through on his promise to free people who carried out the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Chief investigative reporter Eric Flack has been there all day as J6 supporters await word on additional releases. Flack, what's the latest there?
Hey, Simone, the crowd has actually grown a little bit as this day has developed, as we continue to await more releases of January 6th defendants who were sentenced to time or awaiting time. Now, just over an hour ago, another person serving time for January 6th crimes was freed from the D.C. jail right here. 43-year-old Rachel Powell from Pennsylvania was serving a nearly 5-year sentence. One of the first rioters to break through onto the Capitol ground. She actually encouraged other rioters to attack the police line. She eventually entered the Capitol through a broken window. We know the release of more January 6 defendants are coming.
And also
Thank you for that. You're keeping people alive.
Robert Morse was released from a halfway house in Pittsburgh just before midnight Monday. He drove straight to the D.C. jail to show support for others waiting for their freedom.
I'm overjoyed to be free. It feels great and almost kind of hasn't really set in yet, you know?
Morse, a former Army Ranger, served 3.5 years for assaulting police officers defending the lower West Terrace tunnel during the attack on the Capitol January 6th.
So much of my life has been changed and different. You know, half of my friends and family don't talk to me anymore. My brothers completely disown me. My dad doesn't even really talk to me anymore. I'm broke.
Morse among dozens of supporters who gathered outside the D.C. jail Tuesday, awaiting the release of at least 8 people charged with crimes for their roles January 6th, after President Trump pardoned, commuted the sentence, or ordered the end of the prosecution of everyone implicated with the attack on the Capitol. The D.C. jail has been a symbol of the J6 movement.
Tell them all the evil you took part in.
William Sarsfield made the 4-hour drive to stand vigil outside the D.C. jail after he was released while serving time in Philadelphia.
Do you have any message to those who think it's unfair for you to be standing here?
Well, I think there's a lot of people that have different mindsets of how things should be.
And that is the door that the January 6 defendants and convicted of crimes for January 6 will walk out of. This growing crowd of those who are here to support them continues to wait for more releases as this night goes on. There are a lot of questions about why they have not been released thus far. There's paperwork and judges' orders that have to be carried out before that happens. Those who do walk through those doors, though, will be greeted by a large and boisterous crowd excited to see them get their freedom as a result of President Trump's pardons and sentence commutations. Reporting live at the D.C. jail, Eric Flack, WUSA 9.
Flack, D.C. jail is often where people are held in the interim, so to speak, so sometimes it's a bit more complicated in terms of having them released. And I know you're going to continue to follow this for us. We'll certainly be checking in for those updates. Thank you.